Football's a cutthroat business. You need to perform every day. All I know is football. Winning the league wasn't the end all for us. It was more to do with how we done it. You know, it set me up perfectly for going into the 20s role.
Albert, this season you moved up from under 16s manager to under 20s manager. How have you found that transition so far?
It's a big difference, massive difference. 16s, the players are so impressionable and want to learn, and they're looking at you for guidance, your experience. And 20s are a wee bit more, teenagers, and they know everything, and that's just basically comes with it. It's definitely a lot more communication, manager to player communication, talking to them before the game, making sure they're set up well for the game as a person, mentally you're preparing them for. Maybe they're getting left out, or they're playing a different position or different. So it's a lot of more man management in my view. It's preparing them for going into the senior game, and you're having to give them, be hard on them in certain areas. Whereas 16s, you're putting your arm around them most of the time, because they're still developing. They're 15 years of age. So that would be the massive difference.
And a number of your under 16 players from last season have made the transition into the under 18 squad, and actually a few of them played in the club's UEFA Youth League debut last week. I'm sure moments like that make you proud at this early stage of your coaching career.
100%. I think we're probably 2.5 years in. At that stage, we're 2 years in, and me going into the role. The first year we came 5th, second year we won the league. Our 16s group last year was an absolute pleasure, and the boys just have went strength to strength, as you've seen in the Europe, and as the trials they've in Northern Ireland Cups and international recognition they've had. Winning the league wasn't the being end all for us. It was more to do with how we done it. And I think because we, played the right football, they knew exactly what they were doing in every single game, the system of play they were playing, their roles and responsibilities within the team, the discipline, everything they'd done. They grew throughout the year, which was massive for us, me and Corey. So it was. Listen, it made me so proud, because the fact is them boys were able to step up and play in a game of that magnitude, and actually take the pressure and perform at the level they did to win 2-0, and hopefully they finish it next Wednesday.
And another part of your coaching journey took place in the summer in Hong Kong, as you helped coach the Larn team at the Soccer Sevens tournament. How do you feel that experience helped you get into your role as under 20s manager, obviously at the start of this season?
It was a massive help, because you're coaching professionals, you're coaching boys that in and around the first team, and playing for the first team, and what way you talk to them and get across your experience and get across your the coaching points and different things of helping them prepare for a game. And it's probably the first time I've done that at that level, obviously, with professionals. So it set me up perfectly for going into the 20s role.
And obviously, as a player, you've enjoyed a long and successful career and gained a lot of experience through that. How do you translate that experience from your playing days into ultimately your coaching career going forward now?
Well, I've been in the game since I was 16. Made my debut at 16, 20 odd years. All I know is football, but as you grow and you get a wee bit, you come across different managers like Tommy Wright and different things like Tiernan and people that they coach a different way and man manage a different way, and you get to know their ways, and you get to amalgamate all them, and David Jeffries being the way he is, and man management, the way he made you 10 foot tall, and even though if you were left out and stuff like that, and you amalgamate all the different styles and try and make it into a style that that works and what way will be successful. The basics of the game never change. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm just trying to say the right things and be honest with players and be genuine, and they'll have more respect.
And just finally, with the season obviously now underway, what are you hoping to achieve maybe this campaign and to help develop your coaching career even further now this season?
Well, obviously the 20s, like I said, we knew at the start in pre-season, we knew we were replacing 6 or 7 players that were going to play first team elsewhere with 6 or 7 16s. So we knew that it was going to be, it wasn't just going to be hit the ground running. We knew there was going to be a wee bit of learning in it with the 16s coming in, but we're also looking to develop them into that result-based first team environment, so they know it can be a bit cutthroat. Football's a cutthroat business. You need to perform every day. Don't make sure you're always looking over your shoulder, making sure you're doing the right things, making sure you're doing the work off the field, making sure you're being a good person, and then it'll stand you in good stead for that longevity as we're talking about.
Perfect. Thank you.